Hey guys, it's Sarah J. How are you this evening? I hope you've had a wonderful day no matter what you're doing. And I want to talk to you tonight about, are you on a superhighway or are you on a goat trail? What am I talking about? I'm talking about habits and how long it takes to change a habit and how hard it can be sometimes to change a habit. Hey Sue, good to see you, darling. And I can't see who else is here. Say hello to me. I know it'll take a little minute for it to come up in the comments because it always does. Hey Nettie, good to see you, darling. Hello Sue. Hello Kamakshi. Of course you're here. Thank you, darling. All right, so what you've got to understand about habits is these are things that we have done or do ritualistically all the time, day after day, and we never change, right? They're the things that's like, I always put my left foot in my knickers first, followed by my right foot. Hey Treveni, hey Philly, good to see you. Hello Himnet. So these are the things that we just do. And we've done them that way for so long that they become this super highway habit that is so easy to follow. It's so entrenched in our makeup and our way of being that we just do it without thinking. It's like, when you're a parent and your kids bring their plates back up after eating dinner and there's leftovers on them and you eat the leftovers, right? That's a super highway habit. It's an automatic thing. We don't even think about it. Before we know it, we've got the food in and we're like, I didn't mean to pick at someone else's food. I didn't mean to eat extra calories. I didn't mean to do that, but it's this entrenched habit. I've done it since my kid was like 2 and started on solid foods because I don't want to be wasting food. Okay, because, I don't know about you, like, I'm going to go put your hand up. You can't put your hand up. We're not in a Zoom. We're on a live. Let me know if you were raised in a household where we don't waste food, right? You eat everything that's on your plate and we don't waste food because our parents were raised by, in the war or the depression, and you're obviously a certain age if your parents were like that or your grandparents were like that. Hey Vicky, good to see you. And I think I saw, who else did I see? I saw Claire. How you going, guys? And Lee and Tony. Hey guys, good to see you all on here. So these entrenched habits that are like super highways for us are automatic, right? We do them without thinking. But what if we want to change? What if we actually want to change our habit to be something new? What if we want to clear those plates off without picking at the scraps? It takes time. And what you need to do is you need to get off that super highway that's 4 lanes and it's got floodlights and it's so easy to follow and your favorite music's playing in the background because it's just on cruise control and we're just going down it. You've got to step off that super highway and you've actually got to go down the goat track. And the goat track is something that sometimes you can't even see that from the road. You can't see it from the highway. Sometimes it's overgrown and you're going to get slapped in the face by branches and you might need to take a big choppy knife with you to cut down some of the brambles and get your way through there. But a new habit is a road untraveled. And the more we travel it, the more traveled it becomes. Right? That's why they call them a habit. That's why they say it takes, depending on whose philosophy you follow. Some people say it takes 10 days. Some people say it takes 14 days. Sometimes it takes 21 days. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to change a habit, especially if we've done it for 50 years, right? If we've done it for a long time. It takes a long time to undo it. But the more we practice, the more we travel down that goat track, what happens? The goat track becomes a path. The path becomes a track. The track becomes a trail. No, it's already a trail. The track becomes a street. The street becomes a road. The road becomes a highway. And before you know it, you've got a brand new super highway to drive down with floodlights and your favorite music playing. All right? And then what happens to that old super highway that we used to travel down? The bitumen starts to crack, the lights start to break, the music turns off, the plants start to grow up through the cracks, and it becomes overgrown through lack of use, right? So think about your habits as you're creating a brand new superhighway in your brain. Because I don't know if you know like how the brain works, and like I'm just going to really simplify it. There's these things in the brain, right, called dendrite connections, and they're the little synapses that actually wire the different spots of the brain together and send messages all around your brain. And every single one of those takes a positive action to actually create it. So the more positive experiences you put around your changes and your breaking of your habits, the better experience your brain's going to have. Therefore, the more easily that dendrite connection is going to be made, right? It goes back to the old saying that, you know, it takes 1,000 well-dones to get rid of one you're useless. Okay, so create positivity around your changes. Know that they are good changes. Yes, Tony Swan, make conscious changes and be present in them. Absolutely. But it's got to be a positive experience, right? Because if you go into this new goat track going, I don't really want to go down this goat track, but I suppose I've got to go down this goat track because somebody told me I should go down this goat track. Are you going to enjoy the goat track? Are you going to put any effort into changing the goat track? Or is it just still going to be like full of weeds and smacking you in the face as you go down it and having a miserable experience trying to go down the goat track because somebody told you should? You can't make changes like that. You can't change your habits like that. You've got to want to change. This is the crux, right? If you don't want to change, don't change. Keep being you. But how's that working for you? That's my question. All right? If you want to change, you need to embrace the positive side of this. Because you know what? Change is beautiful. Change is amazing. Change is one of the most incredible things you can actually go through. And when you can embrace it and find the positives, look for the positives, hunt for the positives. You know what? You're going down the goat track and a branch smacks you in the face. Guess what? For 5 seconds there, you had no flies on your face. Positive. All right? There's always a positive in everything. And if you look at it, like, I mean, obviously I talk about weight loss, right? Because that's what I'm all about. Well, it's what I'm mostly about. It's not what I'm all about, but it's a huge part of my life. And if you think about it from a weight loss perspective, right? If you're thinking of that goat track, that new plan, that new program, that new way of living, that new healthy lifestyle as something that is like, I've got to go down the goat track, are you going to be successful? If you drag down the goat track by your boots, kicking and screaming, are you going to be successful? But if you look at it as an opportunity to save your health, and I'm going to go there. I wasn't going to go there, but I'm going to go there to save your life, right? Now, shout out right now. I'm not going to mention any names, but we lost somebody from our industry last week. Now, this lady is a beautiful lady. She's a wonderful woman. She is of service to her church. She is of service to her family, of service to her community, but she always struggled with obesity. No matter how she tried, she always struggled. She lost her struggle last week, passed away from a heart attack. She found the goat track too hard and the super highway too easy. Don't let that be you guys, all right? The more you travel down that goat track, the easier it will be to get to where you want to be. So that's my wish for you today, is that you look at that goat track superhighway analogy. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not asking for any involvement here, but, you know, obviously let me know if this has resonated for you and that it will help you. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Christine. Love, love, love your feedback. Now, flipping it from the sad note, sorry guys, to a good note. Shares for the last few days. Sorry about my shitty attempt to live on a Saturday. I was in our little park down the road and the reception was crap and it kept cutting out on me, so it was an epic fail for my weekend. I couldn't do it, but never mind, I'm back and I'm in my office, my happy space. So shout outs to Val Harris, Michelin Hilton, thank you, beautiful. She always shares my stuff. Len Pasco and Vicky Nemo, thank you, thank you, thank you. If this live resonates with you or you think it would resonate with somebody else, please feel free to tag people. Please feel free to share this into your groups or your pages or onto your timeline. Whatever the case may be, you are welcome to take it. All I ask is that you tell me that you've shared it so that I can give you the joy of a full name shout out tomorrow night when I come back and chat to you guys again. So remember, enjoy that goat track. Get off the superhighway. It's too easy on there. All right, guys. Mwah. Much love to you today, and stay safe. I'll talk to you tomorrow night.